What's up, Instagram babes? Okay, so boy, do I have a story for you. I'm about to tell you, I'm making a little documentary about how the CIA has targeted me, the cabal. I am a targeted individual. Knock on wood, because I don't want to keep that timeline going, so I'm trying to shift down different timelines using the law of attraction and everything. But I'll tell you a little bit of what the CIA has done to me. What they can do is they can channel through me. I don't know if you've ever seen Bashar, but there's a guy named Daryl, and he channels and he lets the higher dimensional entities speak through him. And that's what the CIA agents can do to me. They can speak through me physically. Um, and they can telepathically send me messages. They send me telepathy all the time. Um, I love this hoodie. It's my new hoodie. They send me telepathic messages all the time, just gruesome things, horrible things. And at first, it really freaked me out, and I didn't know where it was coming from because back in December, this is when it started, like at the beginning of December, and I was like really confused because at first I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then eventually they like gave too many signs. Like I would be like chilling on my couch. I would be laying on my couch, and then they would send me a telepathic image of me laying on the couch. So it's like they were like 5 feet away from me looking down at me, and then they sent me an image of myself. So it's like and then I was like, okay, so it's clearly a person fucking with me. And then I had my girlfriend, she astral projected and went and she remote viewed. She remote viewed and she astral projected, and she went and viewed the people, the guy that was doing it. And she's like, yeah, he's in Nevada, and he's a good looking middle-aged man, and she just basically gave a description of what, and I can't tell his address because he has it blocked. He had protection up. You can do this. There's so many types of protections and shields and weapons that you can build while you're in the astral. That's just a multidimensional thing. Most people don't know anything that I'm talking about because they only live in the third dimension. They are third dimensional. Once you awaken your spiritual powers through meditation, or through love, because love awakens you to higher frequencies, then you will experience more beyond the third dimension. Forgive my mirror. I wrote a bunch of things with lipstick on my mirror, so that's why it's all dirty. I'm not a slob. Anyway, so, anyway, I want to get to the main point. Back in December, at the end of December, before I fully knew that I was being attacked, I thought it was like a demon at first. I thought it was like some kind of possession. So I thought it was like, but I didn't know what it was because someone was just sending me telepathic messages, and I'm just hearing these voices in my head. And let me tell you, in my 22 years of life, I have never heard a single voice. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't do drugs. I'm not fucking schizophrenic. I'm fucking normal, dude. I'm a normal physics student. Like anybody who knows me knows that I'm an intellectual person with a good head on my shoulders, and it's not something like that. And they've admitted that they are the cabal too. They've admitted it to me. You don't want to know how. And they also attack me in the astral at night. Because I'm an astral traveler. I'm always traveling. I've worked with I work with extraterrestrials sometimes. I work with the Galactic Federation of Light. I work with Ashtar. I've worked with the Octurians. The Octurians are the blue ones. They were the ones that gave me a map of the eighth dimension and how the eighth dimension works. And anyway, I'm just giving you some background. I'm letting you know that I am a skilled astral traveler, so I know what I'm talking about when I say that I have met the Illuminati, the Cabal, whatever you want to call them. They are CIA agents that are targeting me, and I met them in the astral at night because I'm always hanging out in the fourth dimension. Sometimes I hang out in higher dimensions when I don't worry about why I hang out in the higher dimensions. So there's some practices that you do that you just need to keep to yourself. But so hold on. So anyway, I've been doing this since I was a teenager. I'm 22 now. Even since I was a young teenager, I've been astral project. I'm not good at astral projecting, but I did that when I was like 14 or whatever. I've been working with aliens since I was a kid. Anyway, so when I tell you that these CIA agents have tortured me at night in the astral, I tell you that I'm a professional astral traveler and I'm professional at the higher realms, simply because so you can believe me and say, oh, well, how do you know it wasn't just a dream? Like, how do you know that you just didn't fall asleep and have a bad dream? How do you know it wasn't a lucid dream? Well, because I've contacted beings thousands of times, and it's once you hang out in the other realms, in the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension so much, it's just like the third dimension. You know who you're talking to. When you walk over to the supermarket, when you go to Walmart, like, you know who you're talking to. And it's just like, because you've been to the Walmart a million times, you've hung out in the third dimension so many times, you know what's going on. So like when I hang out in the higher realms, I know what the fuck is going on. So like these CIA agents, they would rape me, they would torture me, and they like to torture me a lot in the higher realms because when I wake up in the morning, not only does it disturb my sleep, so it makes it hard for me to function and work on my physics website where I am doing the science behind the law of attraction and astral projection. So they tire me out, so I can't do that work. But they also they like doing torture at night in the astral because when they stab your astral body or they rape your astral body, you feel it 100%, but there's no proof. Just like telepathy, when they send me telepathy, which I have proof for, just read a book by Paul Smith, Paul H. Smith, called Inside the Enemy's Mind. He is a retired CIA agent, and he used to work for the special ops teams that have all their psychic powers awakened. They awaken their third eye. They awaken all their spiritual powers, telekinesis. He worked with telekinesis. His guy named Paul Smith. He was a CIA agent, and I read his book, Inside the Enemy's Mind. This is not a conspiracy. I have 100% proof. I have 100% proof for this. Just read the fucking book. He used to be, the CIA has a team of astral projectors, people who have their third eye awakened, people who can go outside their body, people who can send telepathic images and messages, and there are special ops teams in the CIA. This is declassified. People can research this. So if you say this is fake, I'm sorry, but you're just fucking stupid. You're too stupid to do research. So like if you say that I'm crazy, like you're literally denying evidence that is one Google click away. And that is the biggest problem with humanity, that like spiritual awakenings and spiritual powers, there's so much proof. Anyway, it's fucking common sense. Well, it's common sense to me. Forgive me if it's not common sense to everybody else. It's hard for me to relate to the average person because I'm so used to going to the fifth dimension every night. I'm so used to working with extraterrestrials. Anyway, the one thing I wanted to get to is back in December, before I knew exactly what was going on, before I was used to the CIA torturing me. They used to torture me in other ways, but I don't want to get into that. They would send people on the streets to rape me and follow me around town. I have witnesses of this too. I have proof for all this. So back in December, I was put into a psych ward because they were channeling through my physical mouth, and they would say stuff like, "Hail Satan," and "I worship Baal," and they would start talking about like worshiping like all the Satanist shit that they do, all the satanic shit that the cabal does. And they were talking about Jacob Rothschild, and they made me think that I was talking telepathically to Jacob Rothschild, but I wasn't. It was just the CIA agent telepathically pretending to be somebody he's not. But I was in a psych ward because I was walking around and they were speaking out of my mouth, because I didn't know how to stop them, and now I know how to stop them. So like my grandma thinks I have schizophrenia, and my doctor thinks I have schizophrenia. And let me tell you, this has only happened one time in my life, and this was back in December. This is December/January for a few weeks. And then I realized what was going on. The more that they sent me telepathic images, and then when they started harassing me in the astral, I'm like, okay, this is clearly a person that's fucking physically targeting me, like a person that's got a special mission. And the more that they left footprints behind from all their crimes that they committed against me, the more that I realized it's I thought it was a demon at first. And it's not me. It's not, like I said, I have no fucking depression, anxiety, bullshit. I got no schizophrenia, nothing like that. But my friend James thought it was schizophrenia. My grandma, she's so third dimensional. She laughs when I talk about astral projection. She thinks I'm crazy when I talk about astral projection. And that's exactly why I want to do the physics behind this stuff, because I'm a spiritually awakened kid, and the scientific community needs this stuff to be proven. But anybody who researches anti-gravity or doing the science behind things that'll expand your consciousness, they're like me. They get targeted and they get shot. The CIA tells me that they're going to kill me every single day, and I'm putting this on document, so that for proof. And so yeah, I'm a targeted individual. Um, at first, I thought it was demon possession, so I went to a shaman who could remove entities and entity attachments and stuff like that. But that didn't work because it wasn't an entity attachment. And sometimes I just talk directly to them. I'm just like, hey, what's up? And sometimes they just talk right back to me. And I mean, like, so that's like a thing. Like it's literally this is a fucking person. My friend astral projected and remote viewed and physically saw that. This is a person. Anyway, I'm not debating that because I have more than enough proof. And they used to send people on the streets to rape me and target me, and I have proof for that too. So like it's called gang stalking. It's called where they single you out and they target you. But joke's on them because I'm strong enough to handle it, and I don't care if people laugh at me because I am smart enough to know what astral projection is. So it's like I don't even care who calls me fake. It's like, okay, joke's on you. I'm more enlightened than you and I know the truth. Like you're laughing at someone who knows the truth. Why would I be offended? If anything, I take it as a compliment nowadays. I take it as a compliment. Like, okay, I'm more awakened than you. Thank you. Being called crazy is a compliment. Like, and I'm not, I mean, even if I sound like an egotistical person right now, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it to come off for that. I've just dealt with years of criticism. So it's kind of like, sorry if I did just say fuck you, but like you guys can say fuck me. You can say it to me like I'm an asshole, like I'm crazy, and if I say it back then I'm the asshole. No, it's like I deal with criticism all the time, and it's like excuse me for actually wanting I incarnated to help the world, and it's my mission to do the physics behind astral projection, all our spiritual powers. I love Tesla technology. I love anti-gravity. That's why they want me. But she ain't gonna get me. And if the CIA kills me, I'm gonna reincarnate. I'm gonna come back 10 times better. I'm gonna do it all over again. I would, and I don't give up. I don't care how many lifetimes it takes. Anyway, so the rest of this document was, I was trying to put on document that back in December/January, I was in a psych ward because they were speaking through me. So they thought I had schizophrenia, because these 3D doctors don't know what telepathy is. But then eventually, they started speaking like just normal humans, I mean, they would even, I figured out eventually it was, clearly telepathy, and, anyway, so I just wanted to put on document that I was in a psych ward for, and here's the thing, like, people with schizophrenia, they don't just have one episode in their entire life and then it stops, like, that's it, and, if you are a channeler, feel free to channel if you don't believe me. Channel your spirit guides and ask them what's going on. Oh, and here's another thing. I asked this one lady, I think her name was Christine, and I asked her to do a channeling for me because I wanted help. I wanted help on what was going on, and she said, okay, blah blah. Ooh, look, I got the Galactic Federation of Light online. I'm channeling the Galactic Federation, and mind you, I have telepathically contacted these aliens before, so I know what they sound like and I know what they're like. But she thought she was channeling the Galactic Federation the whole time, but she was actually channeling the CIA, and I know this because at the very end, they sent me a dirty picture of a bed. I think it was my bed, and it was like all black and like dirty looking, and they sent the exact same thing to her at the end. And when they send their telepathy around that time, it used to always be dark shit. And here's the thing. Here's how you know it's bullshit. Like Ashtar, Galactic Federation, they don't send fucking dark bloody images. So it's like, why would you just randomly receive a horrible dark image at the end? Plus, all the information she gave was useless and incorrect. They told her to just, the advice they gave her was dial out of they said it was just a lower energy that was affecting me, and they said dial out of it and dial into the Galactic Federation, and that is not the answer, and that's not even what's happening. So yeah, I just wanted to make this document. They thought it was schizophrenia, and like, I'm a normal person, I'm an intellectual person, I'm very enlightened, I have my spiritual abilities awakened. I can't use them right now because every time I go to channel like Source or my guardian angels, I've channeled my guardian angels a lot, but nowadays whenever I do it, I need water, hold on. nowadays, whenever I do it, they interfere. It's kind of like whenever I go to meditate, they interfere. Um, they also said that their mission is to kill me from the inside out, and that's why I made they also tell me to kill myself all the time. And to the average 3D person, they're like, oh my god, you're hearing voices, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, I cannot wait till the planet awakens and acknowledges telepathy as a scientific phenomena, because it is. And I plan to do the science behind it to prove it. Oh wait, the CIA already does this, and there's books and documents on it. But people are too fucking stupid to get their head out of their ass and click Google and read it. I just gave you the name of the book in this video. It's proof. It's damn proof. And I am here on this planet to prove these things. Like, it's simple. It's so simple. The only reason people don't believe in psychic powers is because they have not awakened their own, because they have only seen the third dimension, because their frequency is so low, because having a high frequency is what activates these spiritual powers, because they lie on a higher frequency. But people are so dense, their vibration is so low that they personally don't see anything, so they don't believe in it. But I was born with my DNA activated. I was born with a very high vibration, because I came here to raise the vibration of the planet and to do the science behind these things. I incarnated with a mission, which is why I work with extraterrestrials, and they teach me how the universe works, and they teach me all these things. But I actually haven't worked with my extraterrestrials in quite a few months now. I think they don't want to talk to me while I'm going through being targeted by the CIA, because they're not because the CIA has pretended to be them, so they don't want me to get confused by, are they real or are they not? And also, I have proof that I work with extraterrestrials. There's a girl named Mystic Blue Pearl. She channeled them for me one time. Like, humanity just has yet to catch up with this shit. Like, you're either third dimensional or you're not. You've either seen beyond the veil or you're not. But I just wanted to put on documentary what's going on. The CIA was also at my house the other night at midnight. It was about a week and a half ago. I might actually have the police report somewhere around here. I got the police report. Okay, I can't find it because I put it away, but it should be around here somewhere. I thought it was over here. Oh shit, there it is, actually. There it is. Yeah, I got ding-dong ditched by the CIA, by the FBI, like, and I mean, you could look at, there's a great book by David Wilcock, I'll show you. They basically kill anybody, they target anybody. Read this book. He gives the name of a few, look at all my science notes I got. He gives the name of a few targeted individuals, people who have disappeared and died because they want to suppress consciousness on the planet. The number one goal of the cabal is to suppress consciousness, because mind control is the name of the game. Let me repeat, mind control is the name of the game. And as long as people are kept third dimensional, they don't realize their power. We are infinite creators. We can manifest anything. If I had telekinesis, if I had my full power awakened, I could mold that wall. I could mold the physical wall. Ooh, look at how bad my nails are. Girl. I should really pimp my nails up before I start talking about these CIA documents. Anyway. So yeah, it's just a document. I don't have schizophrenia. I don't have anything wrong with me. My grandma, she's very third dimensional. She's very religious. She goes to church every Sunday. She's one of those. God bless her, but she doesn't question anything. She watches Fox News. And I work with extraterrestrials. So what up? Yeah, so this is just a little documentary of what I've been through. Please save this video so you know what's good. Also, yeah, I guess the last thing that I will say is, they used to send people, to follow me around town back when I lived in Plymouth, and I had witnesses of this too. I was walking home from a coffee shop. I was walking home from the Coffee Bean one night, and they followed me out of a dark alley. Yes, and then they targeted me online, and said, "Oh, did you see that guy?" Like a random girl that I didn't know online said, "Oh, did you see that guy that followed you home? He wasn't human. He was a demon." And some psychic even told me that he wasn't human. So the CIA has non-human entities that work for them. Um, I'm doing this to protect my life because I feel like a lot of targeted individuals, people of MK Ultra, people, Project Monarch, whatever the fuck they're called, they're too scared to speak up. But I'm not scared of shit. Like the CIA has tortured me and raped me and sent so many people into my life. They have sent so many fake people into my life. It's not even funny. And these things sound crazy to the average person, but like I said, read the fucking book that I told you. It's goddamn proof. All the proof you need is right out there. It's not that hard. It's really not. Like, look up Paul H. Smith. That's his name. Look up the book Inside the Enemy's Mind. It's so simple to do research. But, um, yeah, so I'm gonna do the physics behind the law of attraction. And, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I incarnated to raise the vibration and work in the name of love and put out. I incarnated on a special mission on planet Earth to put out information about the science behind spirituality. I'm gonna do the science behind astral projection, remote viewing, telepathy, chakras. Um, I'm gonna do I'm doing the science behind the whole physics, the whole standard model of physics. I painted it actually. That is all the particles that we know. Leptons, quarks, you get electrons, muons, tau, positrons. I love antiparticles. I love antimatter. I got all the antimatter, quarks. So I think they're targeting me too because I'm not just the average love and light girl. I'm not just the average love and light starseed who's just. I'm like the motherfucker that's gonna prove this shit. I'm like gonna get a Nobel Prize one day. And I don't say that with ego. I'm telling you that I'm gonna prove this shit and it's gonna go down in history. And if they try to kill me or torture me, I'm gonna come back in my next life. I'm gonna do it all over again with twice the fire in my eyes. Nothing can stop me. Ever. Never give up. I want you guys to learn something from this. They have put me through hell. They have raped me. They have tortured me. They've raped me in the astral and the physical. And I have proof for both. Um, and I want you to know that never give up. Never lose the fire in your eyes. Question everything. And yeah, just love is the answer. And also, I don't want to kill myself. I have no intentions to kill myself. I love life too much. I love science too much. Look at my page for 5 seconds. You can tell that I literally live and breathe for science. So if I end up missing or die or kill myself, it ain't me, baby girl. It ain't me. And I'm not crazy. I have no history of hearing voices or schizophrenia or any of that bullshit. It's not true. It's complete bullshit. Anybody who knows me knows that I've always been an intellectual person, and I've never had any psychotic breaks or whatever. Um, so yeah, if I die, they're just giving the world proof of what I'm saying is true, and they tell me that they want to kill me every day. They've telepathically told me some of the worst things that exist, but you get used to it and you get over it and you realize like fuck it. I don't know, just fuck it. It doesn't even matter. I've been tortured so much by the CIA and even by my own father. My father was abusive as fuck. Like I've just been tortured so much that it doesn't bother me anymore. Not that I'm like numb, but I'm just like you're just used to it. It's kind of like a bully who like calls you a worthless piece of shit and tells you to kill yourself every day because that's what they do to me. And I'm just like I guess what I'm saying is, you know that quote where it's like if you make the same joke over and over, you just won't laugh anymore? Like it's not funny. That's how it feels. It's like it's not funny anymore. It's like I don't care. Like it's just a broken record at this point. And Oh yeah, you guys should look up Ashtar. Ashtar Command, that's the extraterrestrials I work with, and the Octurians. I've worked with the Octurians a few times. The Octurians are the blue ones, and they were the ones that taught me about the eighth dimension, and they taught me that the second that you think a thought, it begins manifesting. You won't see it immediately in the third dimensional world because the third dimensional world is very dense and it takes time for things to manifest. But they showed me how timelines that are like 50 yards that way are already coming to you the second that you put out your thought, because your thought is like a signal. Think about it this way. I'm actually making a video for it right now. Think about it this way. When you change the dial on a radio, even for a split second, that song comes on, right? You change the dial of a radio, well, your thoughts are the radio. The second that you put out that frequency, it comes towards you instantaneously, because it's like quantum entanglement. Research quantum entanglement. So yeah, I just wanted to put on record that I have been to a psych ward and I don't have schizophrenia, and I don't have any mental problems wrong with me. I'm fucking perfectly fine. Look at me. And I don't know. But yeah, they used to like send me like taunting things. Like I'd be sitting there eating dinner at night and stuff, and they'd be telepathically saying shit like, "Oh, I see you. I know what you're having for dinner. You're taking a bite of pizza right now." I'd be sitting on the ground and they'd be like, "Oh, you're sitting on the ground right now. I see you." And casually throughout my day, they'll say, they'll be like, "I know what you're doing right now." So I'm just making this video for my own safety, because who wouldn't? Like, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Question everything, and I can't wait to do the physics behind everything spiritual. I think that there's not enough information on this normally, so, ooh, let me show you some of the topics I have right before we go. What do I look like on the front-facing camera? Do I look like a piece of shit? Hold on. Okay, so here you see all my scientific notes. DNA activation, High Council. That's what the aliens look up to. They're not ruled by governments. They're ruled by enlightened beings. This is the language the Pleiadians speak. Anyway. So these are the videos that I'm making. Eighth dimensional habits, that's what I learned from the Octurians, and I learned, and I gave my own spin on it. Good characteristics, how to stop bad things before they manifest, how all leaders of the world are related. Did you know Obama and George Bush and the Queen of England are all blood related? And so is Jacob Rothschild and J.P. Morgan, and every president in history, nearly, they're all related by blood, and I proved it. How the news channel manipulates mass consciousness, how to eliminate all dangers on planet Earth with our spiritual powers, and how your past manifests your future. So I've got a lot of videos, and I've got a lot of science notes, as you can see. They're just everywhere. So yeah, I've got a lot of scripts. I'll show you I'm making a comedy show. Here's my cosmic comedy scripts. Bad guy steals UFO, remote viewing, pilot cosmic. So yeah. So that is the proof that I am in the process of making spiritual and scientific videos. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say, but this is just a document of what it's like to be a targeted individual. They send you telepathic things. Their favorite thing to say to me is, "I'm here, I'm outside, we're coming to get you." That's what they telepathically send me all the time, and "we're gonna kill you." And you kind of just get over it, like, because they send it all the time, and they're always bluffing. There's a lady named Betsy Perez. She asked me not to put her name in the video because she doesn't want anything to do with, like, this, but I don't want to fucking die. So I'm saying, like, for proof, like, she's the woman that helped me, and she's the woman that saw... she goes by two last names, Perez and Perry, and she's the one who saw the CIA agent that remote views me. And I have proof of people gang stalking me on the streets. Like, my neighbors saw the guy follow me out of the dark alley and follow me home. I called the police because they were fucking at my door the other night at midnight. Um, and just look up Paul H. Smith inside the enemy's mind. It's a CIA agent who worked for the group of CIA agents that had all their spiritual powers awakened. They could do telekinesis. They bent forks and shit. They could do all the spiritual powers. And, like, I don't know. I'm on the good side of this war, and there's such a war going on. There's a war going on. And it's an invisible war because it's a war of the mind. Remember, guys, mind control is the name of the game. That's the biggest weapon ever. It's not a gun. It's not a rope. It's not a poison. It's your own mind, consciousness. You want to know why? Because everything in the universe is consciousness. Energy is consciousness. Everything is energy. That energy is consciousness. And you are an infinite creator. You are a multidimensional infinite creator, and you can manifest anything. And that is what they don't want you to know. And most people will just roll their eyes at this because they've been brainwashed. If they knew that they were gods, that you had the power of God within you, and you could telekinesis, and you could manifest physical objects, you can move physical objects with your mind, because it's a multi-dimensional power that we have. Research the dimensions. I'm going to be teaching the dimensions on my channel. I've been talking a lot, so like I'm just like, I need some freaking water, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing the science behind all of this. There's a lot of science. Look up Carl Sagan, fourth dimension. He's a great physicist. I don't know if he's a physicist or a mathematician. I think he was not an astrologer, an astronomer. I don't recall his exact title, but he gives a great example of the fourth dimension, and I'm always in the fourth dimension. I got fucking hiccups. So I'm gonna end the video, but yeah, so thank you for watching. Question everything. You are an infinite creator. Watch out for cosmic curiosity. That is going to be the name of my new YouTube channel where I do the science behind spirituality. Not like spirit science where he just talks about little stuff, you know, the cartoon spirit science, but I mean the actual fucking science. The actual fucking... I'm going to prove it. So no one can ever call astral projection fake or roll their eyes at it again. I'm gonna prove these things, and I'm gonna go down in fucking history. You got that? That's my goal. Nothing's gonna stop me. And if the CIA kills me, I'll come back, motherfucker. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to die. I ain't afraid to be tortured. They've tortured me so much, and I'm not afraid. I got balls made of steel. I got 7 balls. They're all made of steel. But you don't know where the 9th one's at. And that's where I'm gonna leave the video off. Because I'm tired. And it's midnight. And I'm slap happy. But yeah, question everything. Love and light. Have a nice day. Cosmic Curiosity. Watch out for that. It's a great YouTube channel. And I'm gonna make a comedy show, like I said. I know I said, ooh, it's the end of the video, but I'm gonna keep talking because I'm bored. Cosmic Curiosity is going to be the science and motivational channel, and The Cosmos is the name of my comedy show. I'm going to make a comedy show, and it's going to be a comedy show about the CIA. It's going to be a comedy show about light workers versus the cabal, and I think that's probably why they hate me. But I really don't care because someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. You know that you're not going to save the planet. You're not going to raise the vibration of the planet by being a healer. You're going to raise the vibration of the planet by getting the people who are running the planet out of their fucking golden thrones. So long as we are being ruled by these people, like, you're not helping unless you get them out of their fucking seats. Like, you might incarnate to raise the frequency, and that's great and all, but I'm telling you, someone's got to do the dirty work. And you know what? I really don't care about the cabal that much. I really don't care about the CIA. I didn't come here to fight the CIA. I'm just saying, like, I'm making a comedy show, and in the comedy show, I'll give you a little rundown, and then this video will be over. I'm an alien. I'm a Pleiadian alien who comes down, and I light work, and I have to fight a cult of bad guys, and the Galactic Federation gives me a mission, and each time the mission is like, oh, the cabal has, the Illuminati, they send out these bad guys, they put drugs on the street. I'm making a video right now, it's about Calum. Calum is a drug that I made up, and it's like a drug that makes you, manifest everything you've ever wanted. So, the point of the video is, the point of the comedy show is, uh, the alien, me, Etheria, I have to go out and stop the bad guy that's doing the drug dealing, and he's bringing these alien drugs to Earth, and I'm like, oh, I can't. The Galactic Federation of Light tells me, you can't let this drug get on Earth, so I gotta stop the bad guy. And the bad guy is a drug dealer that works for the CIA because CIA brings in all the drugs. So it's kind of funny, but so I gotta stop the bad guy, and that's the theme of all my comedy videos. It's really just like I'm the good girl, I'm the alien, and I gotta fight the bad guys, which is the CIA, the Illuminati, and I gotta fight all the bad guys that they send out. And it's really like a good versus evil thing. And there's a bunch of other characters in the show. It's a really cute idea that I have. It's a really cute show. You guys are gonna love it. Yeah. So I gotta go now. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Love you. Galactic Federation of Light, signing off.